This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Stay tuned to see more about their amazing service. HelloFresh gives you fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. So here's how it works. First, you pick a plan that has to do with your household needs. Pick the foods you want to get delivered. Give it about 1 week to get to your door. Cook, eat, and enjoy. It's that easy. If you're skeptical of how the food will look and taste, I mean, just look at the video. Like, come on, this looks amazing, right? I've had it myself many times, and oh my god, like, there's no way you guys can beat this, right? So come on, just get HelloFresh already. Treat yourself. To try HelloFresh, you can use code POGHF93666 or click the link in the description for an exclusive limited time discount and free shipping. Once again, that's code POGHF93666 or to click the link in the description to get exclusive limited time discount plus free shipping. Alright, here we are. Part 3, much anticipated. I
Mm-hmm.
know technically part 3 already came out with the stream, but this is the video of, part 3. So, yeah.
Yep.
Want to introduce the show?
Yep, I'm Icicle. I stream and do YouTube videos and content on this game. I've been playing for about 2 years now. But I also played when the game was released. Meta's changed since then, but I came back around 2020, 2021. So I've been playing for a pretty long time, keeping up with the meta and stuff. So hopefully people can agree with my opinions. So we'll get started.
Alright. And the first card that we're going to be looking at today is Banana Peel, a one-sun trick. Move a zombie, conjure a banana. What does banana do?
Okay, so there's a banana tribe. If you see it says banana trick on it,
Yeah.
Banana, there's just, like, each card has a different tribe, so it's kind of like they'll have different synergies with each other.
Yeah, I've seen, like, evolutions and such, right? Like Leafy Evolution.
Yeah. There's no other banana cards that we're going over in this one, I don't think, but just to let you know, the banana cards are pretty high-quality cards in general.
Okay. Then what does the banana do that it conjures?
It can conjure any banana in the game. I think there's, like, 5 or 6. Yeah.
Can it
There's, like,
conjure
5 or
itself?
6 of them. Yeah, it can conjure itself.
Hearthstone
So theoretically, you could have infinite banana peels if you get lucky. I literally had a game today where I got 4 banana peels in a row.
Hearthstone stopped doing that, like in 2019, where you could discover the same card, and they changed it because there was an issue going on where they realized, oh shit, they can just keep discovering the same card over and over again.
Yeah.
They can discover itself, so it's a problem. We gotta get rid of it, and they got rid of it in 2019.
Yeah. Conjuring itself, for most cards, isn't too big of an issue.
Yeah, because you can't choose.
But, yeah, it's random, so...
So Hearthstone, you could choose between 3 different options, and most of the time you just choose the same option every time.
Although since there's a limited number of bananas in this game, it's a lot more likely that you're gonna get banana peel again.
Yeah. Alright. So this card is a good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not seen in most decks, but like it can definitely work if you play it right. Personally, I really like it. It's one of my favorite cards for the Mega Girl class. I know some people really haven't gotten the hang of it, but I definitely use it well, and it works really well in certain decks.
Okay.
You can like move cards, and it'll allow you to go face.
Okay.
So what's the next one?
Next card is Savage Spinach. Okay, let's say 4 sun, 3 attack, 6 health. It's a leafy plant. Okay, Leafy Evolution. All plants in all lanes in your hand get +2 attack. Is that attack?
Yes, that's attack.
Okay.
So if you evolve this... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't say anything yet. Let me just think about it, because like I'm trying to think. Is 4? You need you don't need to evolve a leafy, right? You can just evolve any plant.
No. When it has a specific tribe at the beginning of the evolution, that means you have to use it on a leafy card.
Okay, and how many leafy cards are there?
There's a few leafy cards that are especially cheap that work well with this. Specifically like celery. There's Party time. There's a few good, especially Bonk Choi too.
Okay,
Which are some
okay.
pretty good one drops that can work well with this.
Okay. Out of like stars, I'm gonna give this like I'm gonna do star ratings now. I'm gonna give this like a 3.5 stars, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't work in all decks because you have to run Leafy, but there is one deck in the database, which the database is basically like all the best decks in the game by the community.
Okay.
And there's one deck in there that works really well with this card, but other than that, it's not the greatest.
Yeah. Actually, stat buffing in Hearthstone is more or less like it works half the time, and the other half it just is too slow.
Yeah,
That's the
this one's
issue.
not super slow. I think the problem with this card is there's a card called Onion Rings that severely outclasses it.
Hmm.
It's you can kind of see it at the bottom. It's that 5 card cost card that's red, kind of under the text. If you see that,
Oh, I see it.
yeah, that's the Onion Rings right there. It makes all your cards in your hand 4/4. So
Okay.
it kind of outclasses this card. It depends though.
Yeah, I can definitely see that these two cards working. But the latter being better though.
I mean, there are some decks that people have made where they use both of them combined, so it makes everything like 6/4.
Hmm. Okay. I was thinking about doing like I was thinking about saying that, but I didn't know it was a real thing.
Yeah.
All right, go next. You got
Okay,
Shrinking Violet, a
okay.
4 sunflower trick. A zombie and zombies next door to it get +2 attack, then
Or minus
destroy
2
the
attack.
-2 attack. Sorry, then destroy any of those zombies that have minus.
Or that have 0.
Yeah, that's 0. Sorry.
Yeah, so basically it reduces their attack by 2, and then after that reduce, it checks to see if there's any zombies that have 0 attack, and any zombies that have 0 attack get destroyed.
Okay, just seems a little expensive for that effect, but
Yeah.
I see it because like the priest class has cards like this where they debuff people,
Yeah.
but then they
Remember,
like hmm?
it is here and next door, so it can do up to 3 zombies.
Yeah, where priest has a card that'll do the entire board, where and the maximum board will be 7 minions, so you're giving 7 minions -2 attack, but
Yeah, that sounds really
but
small.
it doesn't kill them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like our card doesn't kill the minion. This one seems alright. I give it like a 3.5.
Yeah, see, actually, this is one of the best tricks for the plant class. It actually
Really?
works in basically every Smarty deck that people run, because Smarty deck is mostly like control and
Mm.
stuff. So it can work in most decks, and also especially since the zombie meta is very much swarmy and like aggro, so it basically destroys any kind of swarms that the zombie players try to send at you.
So it's anti-aggro is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay. Anti-aggro is usually always good, as far as I've seen.
yeah.
In most games, not even just our games.
Mhm.
Mm. Alright. Okay.
Or-
Go next. Jolly Holly. Actually, I saw this card in a fry 'em up thumbnail, so I'm obligated to think that it's good.
Okay, so if you saw that video, that was actually modded, so this isn't the same thing.
Ah, okay. That's like a high mod.
Yeah.
Okay. Little part 4 teaser. I'm gonna be looking at community created cards.
Yeah. In the modded version, this card is like one of the best cards in the game.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what this does. Okay, so it's a leafy berry plant. So it's a double tribe.
Yeah.
Okay, amphibious, 5 sun. When played, freeze zombies next door. Does that mean it
Yeah.
freezes up to 3 zombies?
It's not here and next door, so it does the lanes adjacent to it.
Okay, so it does 2 zombies max.
Yeah.
Okay. It has bad stats. That's like 4-1 for 5 sun. I don't really see that being very good. I like the amphibious because there's not many amphibious cards unless you're playing like a what was it called? I think it was Sea Dog, or I think it was Sea Imp. I think his name was.
Oh, what, the fishy imp?
Yes, that's his name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this card a 3 star.
Yeah. 3-star probably is a little too high for this card. It's not used very often.
Mm,
Um, it could definitely work if you use like a free synergy kind of deck. But even then, it's not one of those cards that people run very much in freeze. Even
mm,
normally in freeze decks, people they go for Wintermelon instead. You can see that at the bottom. It's 6 cost 4/5. That's a lot better option.
So people run you, is what they're saying.
Yes.
Okay. So instead
Which
of
even then, Wintermelon isn't even that good. It's just better than Jolly Holly at least.
doesn't it like attack and also freeze? All right, we're back. We're back. Okay, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Next card.
Next card. Ashokoto, legendary. Okay. 5 sun, 5 attack strike through, and 3 health. When destroyed, gain an Ashokoto Pit. What does that do?
So the Ashokoto Pit, it's a 1 cost 1 health, and if it survives for 1 turn, it'll turn it back into an Ashokoto.
So it's like it's a regen card, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it has to survive for 1 turn.
You can team up with it, right?
The Ashokoto Pit? No.
No, I mean like you can put a team up in front of it, right?
Oh yeah, you can put a team up in front of it, of course, yeah, so you can protect
Okay.
it with the team up.
I just need to remember what the team up thing did again if it was like that.
Yeah.
Okay. It has decent stats. The strike through is really good. I like that it regens if it survives. That is, and but you do have to play one. You have to waste 1 sun to play it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna give it a 3 star.
Okay. So this is actually what now it might not look like it, but this is actually the best, probably one of the best cards in the solar class for aggro.
No way.
It's one of the best finishers. The 5 damage strike through is what makes it good. It's just like you get that 5 damage strike through, and also the Ashokoto Pit is really good too, because you could just play it again. Especially there's a deck called Mid Rose, which uses Rose, which has the Smarty class as well. And it has a card named Brainana, which basically gets rid of all the zombies' brains for that turn. So if you combine it with that, they basically have no counterplay towards the Ashokoto Pit on turn 7.
Okay.
Which allows it to regenerate.
So basically, you play the pit, you play the other card, you let this regenerate, and then you kill them.
Yeah. And that's another reason why the banana peel is good, is because Brainana is a banana card, so you can actually get Brainana from the banana peel.
Ah, okay. So I was not too far off, was I?
You weren't too far off, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely an S tier card.
Okay. Next, Supernova Gargantua. I like how the animation is like you screenshotted it like mid animation.
Yeah, I screenshot you, the animation went up, yeah.
Yeah, so Science Garg, Frenzy, 5 brain, 5/7. When a guard destroys a plant, destroy all copies of that plant. Does that include in hand?
Not in the hand, just on the field.
Okay. Because I was thinking like when the way it worded that, I thought it meant like in hand and in deck. I was like, okay, you know what?
If it was in the hand, it would have been absolutely broken, but...
Yeah, because there is cards like that in Hearthstone where there's like a current card where it destroys for 7 mana. You play it, and it destroys a minion on the board, a minion in their hand, and a minion in their deck. So you destroy 3 minions randomly. That's one of the best cards right now. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's also a dual class, so let's see. Frenzy is when it kills it, it attacks again, right?
Yeah, when it kills a planet, it attacks again.
Okay.
And the ability activates when any Gargantua destroys a planet, not just this.
Okay. So you're basically running this in guard decks.
Yeah.
Okay. And what classes use this? Or heroes?
Beastly heroes. So
Okay.
like,
Let's. So I want to get this one right. I don't want to mess this up.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 star. How about that?
4 star is pretty accurate. I would probably give it like a 3.5, but 4 star is pretty close. This card is really good in the Smash, mainly because Smash has access to the Hardy class, which has a card called Gargologist, which makes your Gargantuars 2 cost cheaper. So that's really good. And even in non-Gargantuar decks, it's still really good at controlling and also doing some high damage to the enemy. It has good stats, so...
Okay. And it's relatively cheap for a Garg, isn't it?
Yeah, 5 cost is the cheapest of the Gargs.
Okay. I've seen like them go up to like 11 or something, or 12, right?
There is a card that's 11 cost, but there's no 12.
I think it's in this list actually. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I put it in there.
Okay. Next card. Moonwalker. Okay, let's see. 3 brain, 2/2. Dancing Science Zombie. Okay. When played on heights or in an environment, this gets +2/+2? Is that what it says?
Yes. So
Okay.
when it's played in the heights center environment, it becomes a 4/4.
See, for 3 brains, get a 4/4. It seems
Yeah.
alright. But I feel like you could do better, right?
Yeah.
You could definitely do better for 3 brains. So I'm gonna give this like a 2.5 star.
Yeah, it's good, but only really in like budget decks. A lot of budget players like using it because it's a common, and it's actually really good stats for a common card. There's
Okay.
also there's a deck for Immorticia that uses it with Science synergy, so that's about it.
Does it synergizes with dancing zombies too, right?
Yeah, you can use it in Dancing deck, but Dancing is crazy cost. You'd have to use it with Professor Brainstorm.
I don't know. Next card. We spent so little on this card. Let's see. Disco Dance Floor. 2 brains, 3 health. Let's see. Overshoot 3. Fusion. As a zombie playing this gets overshoot 3. Wait, this is the...
So it's a fusion card, so basically you
Yeah.
can play something on top of it and it'll get that ability.
That it itself can overshoot?
Yes, it itself can overshoot. Overshoot is basically the damage goes directly to the hero.
Okay.
Ignores minions there.
Okay.
So basically it's a 3/3, but it only hits face.
But it doesn't have attack itself.
Yeah.
But it technically does have attack because it does 3 damage.
It technically has attack, but the attack only goes to the hero.
Okay. If you play any zombie on this, it gains overshoot 3. So it gains +3 attack is what you mean.
Yeah, the only thing you can't play on fusion cards is gravestones.
Okay. For two brain, I see this being, it's a rare card too. Let's see. I don't see this being bad at all. I see it being like, honestly, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 3.5.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. It's used in a lot of aggro decks, so basically just decks that are doing a ton of damage to face. That are basically just ignoring anything that the plants play and just going straight for the hero.
Okay.
And most people actually, even though it has that fusion ability, most people don't even use the fusion. They just use it as a 2 cost for doing 3 damage. And it pairs well with, there's a card called Disco Knot that makes anything with 2 attack or less do bullseye damage. And since this doesn't have any attack technically, it does a bullseye 3 damage, which is really good.
Which bullseye ignores the block mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not to make sure I remember that correctly. Okay, next card. Garg Feast, there it is. Let's see. It's a gourmet Garg trick. Make 3 random Gargs in random lanes. Yeah, I think I remember seeing this card a long time ago, but I didn't review it. I know that.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure I didn't review it. Okay. I know that there's minions that reduce trick cost.
Yeah.
Assuming that you can even get to 11 brains without losing or dying or being severely understated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Yeah. See, you kind of hit all the right points. Once you get to turn 11 and you can play this, it's basically an instant win button. But But like, if the whole problem with it is trying to get to turn 11, and if you get hit with any kind of trick increased costs, you're basically screwed. So this definitely can work in control decks, but other than that, it's not super strong.
Okay, okay. I wish this was strong because it looks really funny.
It is definitely strong. It's just you have to get to turn 11 to make it strong.
Okay, okay. Alright, next. Turquoise Gold Zombie. Okay. Professional Mustache Zombie. 4 brain, 2 attack, 6 health. Greystone. Start a turn. The plant player loses 1 sun. This gets +1 attack. Mm, is
So
decent
basically, it's like
statted.
anti-ramp.
Is decently statted, yeah. Hold on. It is anti-ramp. Let's see. I will give this a 3-star.
That's that's pretty good. The stats are definitely good for this card. It's just that it doesn't really find a lot of play. There is one deck that really utilizes this well. It's called Sun Bandits, where basically you're using there's a card in here that we have later on called Cryo Brain that gives you +1 brain at the start of each turn. And you use that to basically ramp to this card, and then you basically just, once you get the anti-ramp plus your ramp, you just have so much more brains than your opponent, the Sun. And
Okay.
then you can play, there's another card called Raw Zombie, which removes 2 Sun from the plant player at the start of the turn. So that just completely destroys everyone.
I think Raw Zombie got played against me once and I got mad.
Yeah. And once you get those combos going, it's just basically there's nothing your opponent can do because they have no Sun to work with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next. Zombie Plank Walker. Okay, let's see. I've seen this card be played against me, but I never read what it does. Okay. 8 brains, 6 strike through, 6 health. Pirate Science. Okay, Amphibious, strike through. When played, make 2 other random pirates in random lanes. Is there minion reduction in the game? Like brain?
No, there's not.
Okay.
There's no things that reduce the minion cost.
Hmm. I see this being okay, but let's see. I remember losing against this, so I'm obligated to think that's good. I'm gonna give this a the 3-star. There we go, locking it in.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's definitely a really good finisher if you get to turn 8. Again, it's kind of the same thing as Garrick Feast, trying to get to that turn 8. But there are some decks that do that really well, and once you get to that turn 8, you basically, again, kind of like the Garrick Feast, you kind of just win in the next 2 turns.
And they can summon Garg, right?
I think there's 2 Pirate Gargs that it can summon in. The Garg Throwing Garg and the Garg Throwing Imp. The Imp Throwing Garg, I think. Whatever it's called.
Okay. Alright,
So,
alright. Next
Frozen
card.
Gargantua.
Next. Cryo Brain, there it is. You get +1 brain for the rest of the game. I'm already gonna say it's a 5-star card.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Now, the problem with it is that you're kind of wasting turn 2.
Yeah, I can definitely see the problem.
Yeah.
I'm
But if
still
your
giving it a
opponent
5.
doesn't play anything too threatening on turn 2, this can definitely get a ton of value. So, yeah, it's a really good card.
I'm still giving it a 5, even with the turn 2 wasting.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to think about it. Like, anything that gives you a ramp for the rest of the game is automatically good.
Yeah.
Alright,
There's
alright.
really no downsides other than skipping turn 2.
Okay. Other than not drawing it.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Primal Potato Mine. When destroyed, do 3 damage to the zombie hero.
Or zombie here, not zombie
No, zombie
hero.
here. Sorry, I read that correctly. You can buff this to give it attack, right?
Yeah, you can.
I want to give this a 2.5.
Okay, so this is probably the first one that you're like way off.
I'm way off. No way. Hold on. What is it?
So this is one of the best control cards for the Guardian class. It's just a turn 1. You can basically counter anything they play on turn 1 with this.
You know, I didn't think of that. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I talking about? Hold on. Jesus. Okay,
Yeah, it's actually the first one where you've really gotten it wrong.
I'm going
Once you've gotten
next.
close.
I'm going next before I get more embarrassed. Okay, Fireweed. 2 sun, 3/2. Let's see. When you played on the ground, make hot lava here. That's a environment, right?
Yeah, hot lava is an environment. It does 1 damage to all zombies and plants in that lane.
At the end of your turn, or
Before the combat there, so before the plants or zombies attack, it does 1 damage.
okay. I see it as an anti-aggro tool, so I'm gonna give it a 4-star.
Yeah, it's definitely a good card. Not only does it just help if the zombies play an environment, you can just use it as a 2-cost, basically destroy their environment.
Yeah.
But also there's some cards that actually benefit from taking damage. There's cards that, there's a card called Transfiguration that transforms to a random plant when it's hurt. So that one really gets benefited by getting hurt itself. So even though it does do damage to your plants, it does actually help with some cards. So it can definitely work. And if you even if you just play it on heights, it's a solid just 3/2 stats because it won't create an environment on heights, but it's still a solid 3/2.
Okay. So when the environments don't go on heights, is what you said, right?
Yes, environments do not go on heights.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still leaving it at 4. All right.
Yeah, 4 is a pretty good rating.
We have a few more cards to look at. I think we have like 3 or 2. Let's see. Grapes of Wrath. Okay. 7 sun, 6/6. When destroyed, do 6 damage to the zombie hero. I'm reading that right?
Yeah, it's hero.
Okay. I don't want to get this wrong, please. Okay. It's good stats, high cost, good effect. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I would probably say a little bit lower, but definitely you're on the right track. It is a really good finisher, and it's a super rare, whereas a lot of the other expensive cards are legendary, so it's a good finisher if you're looking for something that's not as hard to obtain. It's also pretty good damage, so it has the 6/6 of course, and also it does another 6 when it dies. There's also a combo with Solar Flare that you can pair it with, called basically people call it like Cuke Wrath, because there's a card called Tactical Cuke, which destroys everything on the ground, plants and zombies. So you can basically activate this yourself and do a solid 6 damage instantly.
Okay. And it doesn't activate the block meter, right?
Yeah, I think the only issues with this card... Oh, it does activate the block meter. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But the only issues with this card is, of course, 1, block meter. Basically, just don't play this if they have a full block meter. 2 is it kind of gets a little outclassed. There's another card in the Kabloom class itself called Kernel Corn, which is probably a better finisher. And also just other classes have better finishers. And also the third problem is that it's kind of slow compared to other finishers as well. Other than that, it's a pretty good card.
Okay. Next. No, that's it. That's all the cards.
That's it. Okay.
That was a good finisher. I like that. We finished the card. We finished it with a finisher.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. So I think I'm gonna pick a favorite card. My favorite card has to be, where is it? I don't want to pick Carbon because that's too easy. I'm gonna go at Supernova.
Actually, I don't think we ever did Kitchen Sink.
No,
or no, you said you already
read that. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
That's fine. My favorite has to be Supernova. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Any final words you want to add before we end the video?
Overall, I think you did pretty good at rating these just by looking at them. There was a few that you got a little wrong, but other than that, you got pretty most of them right.
Except for one, which I got horribly wrong.
Yeah. The Primal Potato Mine's actually like one of the best guardian cards in the game in terms of control.
I swear I'm never gonna get another one wrong. I swear. Mark my words. Next review where I review actual cards and not community cards, I will not get them wrong. If I get them wrong, uh, I'll drink water there.
Yeah, sounds like a good punishment.
Okay. Anyway, see you guys.
Yeah.